How's it going, guys? Okay, there's been a lot of rumors going around in the last couple days that the PlayStation 5 might actually be on the way and it might arrive in 2018. And I'm just going to call this out. I do think it's BS. To be honest, I wasn't sure. I was thinking, could 2018 be possible? And the answer is yes, it could. But then I was thinking, there's no reason for Sony to release the PlayStation 5 in 2018. There just really isn't. Even when the Scorpio comes out, it's going to be the most powerful system on the market, but PlayStation 4 is at least double in sales as the Xbox One, and the Scorpio is not going to be for everybody because it's probably going to be expensive. I mean, $499 is honestly, I could say, the lowest amount Microsoft is going to sell the Scorpio for. So, it's not going to be this huge success that sends it like catching up to the PlayStation 4, and the PlayStation 4 Pro, though it's weaker than the Xbox Scorpio, it will at least provide a decent competition. And here's the other major reason why I don't think the PlayStation 5 will be coming in 2018. Several key titles from Sony are not even out yet. God of War is not out till who knows when. It's probably next year. We don't know when Detroit Become Human is coming out. Days Gone apparently is coming out later this year, which I think is August. And of course, the two biggest titles, The Last of Us Part 2 and Death Stranding, are probably at the bare minimum. They'll be released in late 2018. I can't see them arriving any sooner than that. So at this point, it just doesn't make sense for Sony to release the PlayStation 5 before those major titles come out. So at this point, I just don't see Sony releasing the PlayStation 5 because there just is no reason to. I mean, Sony's winning this generation and they still have several major games on the way and the console is doing very well. I mean, the PlayStation 4 sales are up and Sony is predicting that the PlayStation 4 will sell like another 18 million units by the end of the year. So why would Sony cannibalize that by releasing the PlayStation 5? Even if Sony announced the PlayStation 5 next year in June, it would hurt PlayStation 4 sales, and there's just no reason for it. Now that being said, do I think 2019 the PlayStation 5 might show up? Alright, this is a little more tricky. It's possible, but it depends again on a couple games. It depends on the release dates for Death Stranding and The Last of Us Part 2. If those don't arrive in 2018 and let's say they have to be pushed back to 2019, then it's going to be tricky. Sony may or may not go ahead with the PlayStation 5 even if those games aren't out yet. And there's also something else I forgot about. 2020 will be the PlayStation's 25th anniversary, and that is big. And in a lot of ways, I could see that being the perfect time to launch the PlayStation 5. And that does actually make a lot of sense. That'd be a perfect time to capitalize on PlayStation. So 2020 does seem like the better bet, but again, it depends on the rest of Sony's major titles and like how sales go in 2018, but I just don't see it arriving in 2018. And 2019 again depends on certain games. And 2020 honestly seems like the best year the PlayStation 5 could arrive. But at this point, the odds are pretty much, I'm going to say it, the chances are 0 that the PlayStation 5 arrives in 2018. It just doesn't make any sense. If it does happen, well then I'll be making another video for sure, but at this point I just don't see it. Alright guys, I just want to talk about the PlayStation 5 for a little bit. I will talk to you guys later. This is the Entertainment Wizard, signing off.